Hi, it's Dr. Elijah Lefkowitz, and this is another edition of Diagnosing Education with me, Dr. Elijah Lefkowitz. Today I want to, first of all, every podcast and every YouTube video I do will have the same theme of education needs accountability for everyone. And something that I've heard over and over again from administrators to superintendents, it's been on applications when I've applied for administrative jobs, is this idea of treating the parent and student like a customer. And I think that's a very dangerous mindset. I get where it comes from, right? You want to be a good steward, a good school, and you want to show that you're business savvy, and customer service seems like a buzzword that you can get behind, right? But I want to present to you how dangerous that could be. But first, let's talk about customer service in a business sense. Customers are very fickle. We go where we want. We go where the best price is, the best shipping. You could say that everybody buys on Amazon now, but I could tell you that if you're driving by Best Buy and you need a cable, are you going to even wait for a day for shipping from Amazon or just buy it at Amazon? A lot of people, price match and things like that. And businesses know this, right? So this is what they're doing. They have loyalty cards, like Target has loyalty things and all these other companies, Best Buy, they try to keep your loyalty, but it doesn't work because the customer's fickle. And that's why I don't think it's a good way to think about for schools. We wouldn't want a school to go out of business. I mean, there's no such thing, but you know what I mean? Because a million businesses, small micro businesses, go out of business every year. Do we want schools to go through that same ebb and flow of having good customer service and not good business and high and low? No, we want schools to always be performing well and overperforming. That's the goal. Okay, with customer service, there's no buy-in. There's no accountability for anybody. No accountability for parents, no accountability for students, no accountability for principals and teachers. And I'll show you how. I know you're probably thinking, well, there is accountability for principals and students because they have to treat the parent and student like customer. However, so let's go through it, right? A parent and a student have no accountability in customer service because when you treat them as a customer, they can just say, I want to go somewhere else. And I know you guys are saying probably, oh, well, maybe we're not in a place where there's school choice. There's no choice to go. There are choices. There's virtual school. There's private school. There's charter schools. And if there's none of that, which I highly doubt, parents can still badmouth your school to anybody who will listen. And that is bad, right? You don't want a parent badmouthing a school. And customer service creates that environment. If you're not serving them as a customer, they can just do what they want, okay? Here, and on the other side, there's choice there's customer service pitfalls for principals and teachers. I just watched a CNN video, and I'll include a link in this video that at the bottom of the comments that, the valedictorian was upset with the school, and he voiced his opinion at his valedictorian speech. To do that means you have to be really unsatisfied with your school, and I think that's customer service and is negative on the principal side. The principal didn't cater to the needs of that student and probably other students, and he felt like he had to go out with a bang in his valedictorian speech. Unhappy parents can do the same thing. That's where customer service is a bad, dangerous place to go for schools. So this is not a show where I just tell you what's bad and la-di-da, we get to go and do whatever we want. No, I have solutions. My solution, instead of thinking of the customer or the parent and student as a customer, is to think of them as an investor, right? So first of all, if we are going along the same lines of business, and if you want to go with customer service and I say that's bad, we'll go with investor. Think about an investor. An investor versus a customer. I don't know if you guys invest in the stock market. I do, but that doesn't mean anything. You can be an investor in lots of things. You can be an investor in cards. You can be an investor in stamps. An investor takes care and has buy-in to what everybody's doing, right? You can't, if you're an unhappy investor, you can voice your concerns to leadership, and they should listen as an investor-investee relationship, right? So what that looks like, let's give a quick example. How about open house, right? So an open house, in the customer service angle, you would see all the teachers setting up to attract kids to the school, show the best lessons that they have, and show parents what's going to happen at the school, and that's it. That would be the customer service angle. The teachers are just glitzing and glamming, for lack of a better word, the parents and students, right? Open house is where everything shows up, and then what happens? You get to the class, the kid doesn't have the teacher that had the great lesson. They have the other teacher, or the teacher does that great lesson, but that's 1 out of 180 days, and the other lessons are boring, or whatever. There are so many ways that customer service is superficial and doesn't give the best for the school, the student, the parent, anybody. Okay? Investing, as an investor, if I were the principal of a school and we were having open house and trying to attract the new students, middle school, elementary school, high school, whatever, here's an investor's approach. The principal talks to the parents at the open house, gives them the vision for what he expects at the school, what he expects from the parents and students, what he expects from the teachers, what the parents can expect from him. And then the parents or the teachers will have their lessons and show the vision for what their classroom will look like. And if that vision doesn't match when the parents and students arrive at school or throughout the year, or maybe that from year to year, they can voice their opinion and feel heard by the parents and by the teachers and principal, as opposed to a customer service approach where their voice isn't heard, or it may or may not be heard, and if it's not heard, they're going to turn to negatively impacting the school by talking about it. But imagine this. In a customer service environment, every parent cares for their student and takes for their student. In an investment environment in a school, you get parents involved in all students' success of that school. If the school is doing good, their students doing good, and there isn't such it's not a taking mentality. It's a giving and helping and making sure that school is successful. You're an investor. You want to make sure that school looks good at all times. You want to make sure that they're doing the right thing for all students, so your student is fine and so that the school looks good. And I think that that's the best way to approach a relationship between parents and students and staff and administration. I'd love to hear your thoughts. This is only my opinion, but I've had lots of experience in consulting work, and I talk to lots of principals, and as a teacher, I hear it all the time from the many principals I've had. They want customer service, and I don't know that that's the best approach. Tell me how you feel. Leave some comments. I'd love to know. I'd love to discuss this further. If people bring up topics about this that extend the conversation, I'm all about that.